was no support from BCCI. Otherwise, Manipur, is the powerhouse of sports in the country. But the funds were very limited. And we had the first Ranji Trophy, you'll be surprised to know, in 1948 in Shillong. The affiliate membership only in 2009. That also after a lot of struggle.
Nababrata Bhattacharjee, a dedicated cricket enthusiast, has been a driving force in promoting the sport in Northeast India, a region often overlooked in Indian cricket. Recognized for his organizational acumen and passion for cricket, he was recently appointed as the manager of the Indian women's cricket team by the BCCI. This prestigious role reflects his relentless commitment to elevating cricket across region and gender.
What can the youth of this particular state expect from you and the future of cricket in Northeast India, especially Meghalaya? How does it look like?
Monsoon is a big deterrent in the Northeast. For that indoor practice facility with 6 pitches and all the state-of-the-art facility is coming up near the airport, Shillong Airport. It will have everything state-of-the-art video analysis, this, that, everything which cricket requires, including a swimming pool and cafeteria, residential, bowling machines, everything. I mean, whatever a ground requires a BCCI match, everything will be there. Girls from the indigenous community, that is from the Khasi, Garo and Jaintia, they are doing much better than compared to the boys. Our players who are playing Ranji, and if they play all the matches, they take home about 17-18 lakhs in about 2 months' time.
It gives me a huge privilege and an honor to welcome you to my podcast, sir.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity to be in your podcast. It's a privilege. And yes, I take it as a sort of a reward, not for me individually, but for all the cricketers of the state in particular and the Northeast in general, and the cricket-loving people of the Northeast.
So to actually begin with, I think Northeast India is not necessarily known for cricket. To be able to represent BCCI from being from the Northeast, how do you look to take this forward and instill a sense of we being able to represent from the Northeast to the mainstream cricketing arena, and what are we to expect out of this?
Yeah, you see, in cricketing parlance, when you see Northeast, there are 2 parts. One is Assam and Tripura, which have been playing Ranji Trophy and a permanent member of BCCI for long. Whereas the 6 other states, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim, Nagaland, Manipur, these 6 states were not very much in the cricketing domain, because predominantly in these states football has always been the most popular game. As far as Meghalaya is concerned, we have a very rich tradition and legacy, because it was the capital of Assam, and the Assam Cricket Association headquarters also was in Shillong prior to demarcation, separation of the 2 states and Meghalaya coming into being. And we had the first Ranji Trophy, you'll be surprised to know, in 1948 in Shillong, when Assam was already a member of BCCI and the UP Cricket Association. That was played in Garrison Ground way back in 48. And then even when we played, we have seen, and before us, after us, we have seen players, because Shillong Cricket Association, even after formation of Meghalaya, has been a part of a district of Assam as far as cricket is concerned. So we had many players from Shillong representing Assam. And the last to do so was Mark Ingti, who also played for the in the Dilip Trophy from the East Zone with Saurav, Ranadev Bose and all of them. So as far as these 6 states are concerned, we were affiliate members, like Sikkim was there way back in 1983-84. But they're just being affiliate members, nothing much was done by BCCI. So also is in the case of Manipur. There was no support from BCCI. Otherwise, Manipur, you know, is the powerhouse of sports in the country. And if they were given the opportunities, so they would have done much better. So it was Meghalaya, Nagaland and Arunachal, we got affiliate membership only in 2009. That also after a lot of struggle, we managed to be the affiliate member. So this is how the process started in all the 6 northeastern states minus Assam and Tripura. And BCCI started helping us, supporting us, but the funds were very limited. It was in few lakhs, but they were sending coaches and others, and I was the coordinator for all the 6 states interacting with BCCI. Then in 2014, they started the associate and affiliate members tournament among the 6 states, and there were other new states also. And this had come under the New Area Development Program of BCCI. So in 2016, Anurag Thakur was the president, and I was the coordinating member of this NADP committee of BCCI. From there, we could get matches, have tournaments amongst us, and in the A&A, even Uttarakhand, Pondicherry, Chandigarh, they were all included because they were still not full members. And it was a boon for us when the Supreme Court intervened and Justice Lodha Committee was constituted, when they said that it's one state, one vote. And all states should have permanent membership of BCCI. So this went on for quite some time. Then I was from the Northeast, I was included in the 7-member committee, which was headed by Rajiv Shukla and included Saurav Ganguly, then Jay Shah, Amitabh Chaudhary, 7 of us, and we reviewed the whole Lodha recommendations and what is suitable for us and what is not. And the committee of advisors was constituted by the Supreme Court to look after the affairs, and Mr. Binod Rai was the chairperson. So that time, with a lot of struggle, I was heading the 6 northeastern states for affiliation. So in the BCCI meetings and all, we raised our issue. I was the spokesperson also. And finally, in 2018, we got the full membership of BCCI. And with that came the opportunity for our players to play in the Ranji Trophy and all other BCCI tournaments. So that in brief has been the journey. And the process of creating awareness, promoting the game as far as Meghalaya is concerned, and even in other northeastern states, moving to the districts, encouraging the local talent, the boys and girls from the indigenous population to come forward, because unless that happens, cricket will not move. It will remain confined to one section of the people. And there are various vagaries involved with that,
right,
if the local boys and girls don't play.
Right, sir. Sir, Nababrata has been a name that's been ringing the ears for a long time. I remember growing up in Shillong. For us, cricket is always, it's a religion for us. I've been brought up in a family where we watched 5 days of test match, sitting in one place. Life was different. It wasn't like how it is today. We didn't really have a lot of things to do either at that point in time. The internet was not there. So we used to watch test match, and I think the true essence of cricket is always in the
In the
test.
tests.
Test matches are amazing, and even the ebbs and lows and highs of test
Yeah.
cricket is unmatched,
Is a
unparalleled.
reflection of life itself.
Perfect. Absolutely correct. So, what I remember during my childhood, I played SI Memorial. That's a inter-school cricket tournament. And once I started playing that, I think I was the amongst the youngest player to play for my school. That was real deuce cricket that point in time. I've always wanted to be a cricketer, but we did not really have that facility maybe, and we were also held back by our family ki, there's no future, what would you do, and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So now that you are a part of BCCI, and not just a part of BCCI, you're the manager of the international senior women cricket team, what can the youth of this particular state expect from you and the future of cricket in Northeast India, especially Meghalaya? How does it look like?
You see, yeah, being in the BCCI violence is good, but one needs to deliver. That also has not just come overnight. They also see the people who are involved in promoting the game. So, as I told you earlier, now with the funds coming in, although it is 10 to 12% of what other states get, because we are still developing. So it is, you see, yesterday we had a general body meeting and I presented a blueprint of action plan, because we have to start from the under 10, under 12 level. We need to have both a long-term and a short-term strategy.
Correct.
And that has to go into the grassroots. It has to be a bottoms-up approach. And we have already started creating infrastructure in all the district headquarters. And all the districts ultimately will have to play a pivotal role in promotion of cricket, creating awareness and encouraging. Because cricket, as you said, is not very popular here. Football, you have a football and a small space. Now even futsal has started. So you need a limited space. In cricket, space, everything, the equipments, it's costly. So this is how we are trying to support the boys and girls, and we have also started opening academies in all the districts. Our coaches, many of our coaches have been trained by the National Cricket Academy. They are designated and qualified coaches, because you just playing will not do. From the primary level, you need a proper coaching. Foundation has been strong. We have 2 academies in Shillong and Tura. We have all the district headquarters have started their academies. So this is the primary foundation which is to be laid, and from there they go up. In the district level, they have inter-school. We have made it mandatory in 2 age category, under 14 and under 16, which is very, very important, where you find the talent. And that is equally, because now, as you know, equal emphasis has been given for girl and women cricketers. BCCI has placed it at par. So there is a lot of focus even from the BCCI, particularly Mr. Jai Shah, for development of cricket in the Northeast. And in that, we have recently also, their BCCI is directly constructing, because you know monsoon is a big deterrent in the Northeast. We have almost 6-7 months of rain. For that, indoor practice facility with 6 pitches and all the state-of-the-art facility is coming up in all the states. In our states, it is coming up near the airport, Shillong Airport. So it's almost a 20 crores layout, which has been BCCI is doing directly. So I think by next March, April, construction is going on, and next stage will be residential, so that talented boys and girls will be housed there only during the monsoon season, because it's very difficult to practice. So that is one of the reasons why again football is more popular and acceptable. So we hope to get good good output from this indoor stadium. which has come up. The 5 pitches are good enough. They have it will have everything, state of the art, video analysis, this, that, everything which cricket requires, including a swimming pool and cafeteria, residential, bowling machines, everything. I mean, whatever a ground requires a BCCI match, everything will be there. So this is one aspect. Then even for the girls and women's cricket, we are paying equal emphasis. And here, the local girls from the indigenous community, that is from the Khasi, Garo and Jaintia, they are doing much better than compared to the boys. More forthcoming, and we have talent. We have a lot of talent. The only thing is to groom it, nurture it, and we are still as a nascent stage. States which I have mentioned like Gujarat, Mumbai, these, that, they've been playing cricket and affiliated for 60, 70 years. Ours is only 5 years. So we have a lot of catching up to do, but it won't take us 50 years to reach the stage which they have reached with all the facilities and support of BCCI, particularly the present office bearers, primarily Mr. Jai Shah, who has been giving a lot of attention, and the entire body, Roger Binney and all, we are in touch on a regular basis with them. So yeah, we have to work hard, but finally it is the cricketers who take interest and play, and we from the association, 101% support is with them, support, assistance. And you see, cricket today has become also an employment opportunity. Our players who are playing Ranji, and if they play all the matches, they take home about 17, 18 lakhs in about 2 months' time. Then the Mustaq Ali is there. So they have a kitty of about 20, 22 lakhs if they represent the state in all the 3 formats. Then we have our coaches, they are well paid, 2 to 3 lakhs during the season. Then support staff, we have the physio, the video analyst, the trainers, the masseurs. So they are all paid. And these are all take home. They are because the players travel by air, they stay in at least 3-4 star hotels. So those are all taken care of, and these fees are paid directly by the BCCI. So there is a big opening, and the boys who are inclined towards cricket, yeah, study is important, but they have to at some stage select one, and many of the boys and the girls are also now coming forward. So yeah, we have to still, there's a lot of work to be done, but I am very hopeful.
Sounds like a dream to me. If I could, I would travel back in time and, be that.
Many of us, I played from Assam school team, then from the university. We didn't have even 5% of such opportunities which are there. If you are playing well, you are on any part of the country. After Dhoni gave that breakthrough, is not confined only to Mumbai or Calcutta or to Bangalore or Chennai. You play well, you perform, and you are in. And we just need one success story of one player coming out.
Absolutely.
You see, Assam has got Assam is not doing very well in Ranji Trophy, but they have got the Ryan Parag who played, and there is a lot of enthusiasm among the youth.
Ryan Parag again is an IPL sensation.
Yeah.
So at this point in time, I think life has been made easier with franchise cricket coming in.
Yeah, that's why I could push for Devasmita that if she even gets into the Women's Premier League, which is at par, even if she's in the list and has a base price of 25 lakhs, and if she's hopefully selected by one of the franchisee, so it's a big boost.
Devasmita, can you tell us more about her?
She resides in Rinja, there's RR colony. So she was very interested in cricket right from a young age. But at that time in Meghalaya, those days in 2009-10, I told you we were just starting. So she moved to Bangalore. And she played for Karnataka under 19, under 16. She was in the reserve, she played. So when we got this, I approached her parents and we decided to bring her back here when we were playing the BCCI Women's Tournament.
Perfect. Perfect.
So from then she has been playing, she has been leading our senior. Of course, she's now her, reached her peak and that down as in every aspect of life. Yeah, but she's still playing and she has also qualified as a coach. So her
Gotcha.
future also is
In
secure.
good, capable hands. Right. So you mentioning and you pointing out that the women in this part of the region are doing better than the men.
Yeah.
This also takes me back to the aspect that we are a matrilineal society. So where women have always led from the front.
Yeah, and this is not only for Meghalaya, even Manipur, Sikkim, then Nagaland, at least these three states, the girls and women, and Manipur, of course, because they are going through a big turmoil, otherwise they will come up the fastest because they have a sports culture ingrained into them,
Right.
the youth. So we expect them, but because of the situation there, but still they are playing. Sports is one release for them. I've been visiting in spite of all this trouble.
I understand. I think even they don't really have films to also, films don't come to them as a medium of escapism because they don't
Yeah.
have theaters.
Ah.
So the closest for them is perhaps
So,
sports.
for sports.
So they play and then that releases like a lot of tension, anxiety
Yeah.
in them. So that's also the positive way of
Way
looking
of
at it.
looking.
So since you mentioned that women out here are doing great, but I have the list of the 15 or 18 selected members for the Australia trip that you are the manager for at this moment. I see a lot of names from Maharashtra, Delhi. I see a name from West Bengal. But there is no names from Northeast India. Why so?
No, Northeast from Assam there is because the BCCI team is made in three formats. One is the ODI, one is the T20 and one is the day games. So the innings game. So different members represent now in the innings format day games we have 4 from Bengal because Bengal this time has been the runners up in the women's tournament, senior women's tournament of the domestic. They lost to Mumbai. Then you have from Assam, this Ruby Chetri. She is representing in the T20. So Assam has got 2 players. Another Sonwal, she has been in and out of the team. So there are girls and women who is because in the 3 formats. In this format you don't find because selection is done based on their performance domestic and international.
So this will take some more time.
It will take time. I told you
Yes,
we are
sir.
only 5-6 years and they are 60 years. So a child of 5 years you cannot compare with the 50-60-year-old
Correct.
person.
Correct. So, but this also will deter a lot of parents from giving their child out to play cricket because just like the way you mentioned, it's gonna take some time. It's still in its
Yeah.
nascent phase. Who would then want to risk their career by pursuing something which can not give returns immediately?
Yeah, no, you see that you have to take a call. The parents have to take many parents are coming out now. We have players who have also given up their studies and they have already coming and even representing the state, you get a huge earning. So the parents also are realizing that.
Right. I remember you telling us about the compensation that they
Yeah.
receive. That's a good enough reason for them to come play cricket. Right. So since we have already established that Meghalaya per se was not really a very cricketing sort of a state, how was your childhood and what propelled you to actually take up cricket as you take up cricket very seriously? Reason why you're in this position? What made you take cricket so
You
seriously?
see, our time, like you said, we had no other diversions other than studies, but being in sports. Some of us friends played football. We took up cricket, and cricket was extremely popular in Shillong, almost like in Calcutta. There used to be cricket in every colony, every street, everywhere people are playing cricket. Of course, it was confined to mostly to our community.
Localities. Uh-huh.
So, and then we used to have even our days inter-school, inter-university. And one good thing about Shillong was it was a part of Assam
Right.
and a district of Assam even till 2008-9. So there were a lot of opportunities for playing cricket in Shillong and then graduating into and playing for Assam and others. So that's why Shillong had a good culture. The defense, we used to have such a wonderful league. Rilbong Sports Club, then we had Laban, NFU, Town Club. That was a huge, like East Bengal, Mohun Bagan, the ground. Nowadays, no one goes to the ground. It used to be packed. So we were inducted and baptized into cricket from a very young age. That was the only diversion after school.
Right, right. So it takes me back to my childhood days too. I mean, when I said it was not
So
popular.
you cannot say Meghalaya has a very rich tradition. We
No,
had, I think, more than 25, 30 individuals who had represented Assam in Ranji Trophy, and even East Zone like Ma King T, Joy Mitra, Maloida. There are so many of them.
Right, right. Right, sir. When I mean to say it wasn't really a cricketing state is because we did not really have an
Then
official
after that, after the
entry into
80s, the things went down. So I was, my service, and I took voluntary. I came and I saw the pitiable condition of cricket here. Our main ground is the present football ground, JN Stadium. That was the cricket in those days we used to play there. The Britishers had made that ground, wonderful ground, good wickets, nice British English pavilion, huge ground. But then we also, many of our friends, we left Shillong for pursuing a professional career. So by that time, it was at its ebb. And then it was taken over for football, and this small place, which is today our ground, was left for us. So cricket took a back seat, and I saw they were playing in that second ground in absolutely bad condition, but still there were many who were there, and it was they just tried to carry forward the legacy. That is when in 2006 I stepped in and I said, no, things needs to be improved, and this is how things started. I organized people, then we took up with the BCCI. Then fortunately our present Chief Minister, I roped him in. I close to his father. Sharad Pawar was the president that time, and he was in NCP. So he was, Mr. P.A. Sangma was instrumental in getting, talking to Sharad Pawar and getting us the place, the affiliate membership at least. So Conrad was the president, I was the secretary, the present chief secretary was the vice president. So things started falling in place, and all of them were very passionate about cricket, and this is how we set up on our journey, and we have reached here. And I'm sure that our juniors who will follow us, we have got a good team, will take it forward further. Now at least that track is there. Now it's to move around and the cricketers to take advantage of the situation.
Right, sir. Now that you're leaving for Australia this December, what are your expectations from the Indian cricket team?
I think I am very hopeful they'll do well. We have a good side. But recently the women cricketers in the World Cup also, they did not, we were expecting them to lift the trophy. But we have a very sound, good team. And I think we'll give a good fight, and I hope that we win the series.
Cricket is so exciting.
Yes.
Seeing that BCCI logo, or that you're wearing, the cap that you're wearing with the BCCI logo, has always been a dream. And for that dream to come true, for somebody from this state, from our motherland, wearing that BCCI logo is a sense of pride in itself. So it's been a privilege being with you, sitting and talking about cricket, because cricket is something. Cricket is like a religion.
Religion,
My
and
dad follows cricket like he follows any other religion per se.
in every household of ours, you'll find that.
And for me to be able to talk to a BCCI member, a manager of an Indian cricket team, is a huge privilege. I and my entire team wishes you luck. We hope to see the team win and
Yes.
perform well. The men's team are really doing good.
Yeah.
There were 160.
Yeah, I was
all-
asked to go for that also, but 2 months, because I have some lot of official assignments, so 2 months was a little too much for me, so I opted for this.
Right, right. So now that I see Yashasvi Jaiswal
Yes.
and KL Rahul,
Rahul.
Undefeated at 180.
Yes.
That's the last when I came down
Yeah.
to your place. So they're
Yeah,
doing
batting
well.
was a concern, but now they have picked up. Against the New Zealand, that was a shock, a wake-up call.
Yep. So what about the New Zealand shock? What do you have to say about that? Why do you think
No,
that?
we fell into our, I think, own laid down trap. You see, you need to give sporting wickets. If you think that we are the best spinning combination in the world and we can win through that, doesn't happen. Of course, the host country, the host state has the option of selecting the wickets. But we should make more friendly wickets. Earlier we could not, we were very susceptible against pace and bounce. But our cricketers worked hard. We started making good friendly wickets. That's why if you go to polo, I have always insisted, and it's considered one of the best in the country, our wickets. We have made a very competitive and wickets which are friendly to all, for batting, for bowling, and lasting the whole 4-5 days.
Recently, Tilak scored 175
Yeah.
in this particular pitch itself, right?
No, that they are playing in Saurashtra.
Acha. But 175 was against Meghalaya.
Yeah.
Right. Tilak is a
Yeah,
national
he just
name.
came back from the.
National name. But anyway, was a pleasure
Thank
speaking
you.
to you, sir. And wishing you all the best for your future endeavors. And this podcast is amongst my favorite because cricket is something that is very close to my heart. And now seeing you from our particular motherland, I am very hopeful that we boys one day will come up. The generation that follows us will come down and make a name for itself.
Yeah, they'll
Till then-
definitely do.
till
Thank
then-
you so much, and it's a pleasure, privilege, and wishing your podcast all the best.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much again. Right.
Thank you.
Yeah.